Hey, what's up guys? Zeker. Today it is Thursday at 2 o'clock in the morning and I am recording this video for you. It is a continuation of a series I started a while ago. I only did one video, but this will be my second What's in My Dock video where I take you through all the applications in my dock, tell you what I use them for, how I use them on a daily basis, and then also I'm going to touch on stuff that's on my desktop and the widgets in my top menu bar as well. This is actually my second attempt at recording this video because a couple days ago I did it and it was 42 minutes long and the audio cut out with like 5 minutes left, so I was really disappointed. But this is a What's in My Dock video. I haven't thrown things into my dock that I don't use on a daily basis because I know a lot of YouTubers, I watch their What's in My Dock videos and they're like, do you really need that in your dock? Like, you tell me that you play this, like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do use it all the time, but this is stuff that I actually use every day. A lot of it is freeware, and essentially what this is going to be is it's going to be a build-up to Luke's Top 10 Free Mac Applications version 3, because that's what you guys have been asking for. I just need some more free Mac applications. There's only so much freeware out there for the Mac, and with the Mac App Store, it's going to be a lot. To find a good app, it's going to be a lot harder. Because with the Mac App Store, a lot of them are like top in-app purchases now and stuff like that. But I mean, we'll talk about that in another video. Let's get into the What's in My Dock video. First of all, I want to apologize for the awful lighting in this video. There's a lamp behind me, and I'm actually being lit by my computer screen, and I look really white because the background of my computer is a white cloud. So without further ado, let's hop right on into it. Going through the dock, just to let you guys know, because I sometimes post screenshots, I usually have my dock over here. I like it on the side there. I don't know, I prefer it. I feel like workflow happens easier. But for the purposes of this video, we're gonna position this on the bottom. On the left-hand side, of course, we have Finder, which is a fantastic application for finding your files. On OS X Lion, I would like to point this out. I don't like how Finder opens up to all my files. You can probably change it. I have no idea how to. You can probably change it, absolutely. I just don't know how, and I don't have the energy to... Like, it should open up to Finder, and it should open up to my Luke DiMarco folder, my home folder. But what are you going to do? Finder is essentially Windows Explorer for Mac, and I use it every day just to find files. I go to the Documents folder a lot, and that's where all my, that's where all my documents are. No, that's where, all my schoolwork is and stuff like that. The next application is the Dictionary app. I used to use this all the time in high school. I still use it now. I just don't use it as much because the chemistry teacher in high school would be like, all right, kids, what's hydrochloric acid? And then you'd look like the smart kid because you were like a strongly acidic solution of the gas hydrogen chloride in water. And then he'd be like, wow, this just blows my mind. Like, is it toxic? And then you'd be like, yeah, it's also corrosive and dangerous for the environment. And then you just get an A in chemistry. So I mean, I use the Dictionary app all the time. It's got different features like the dictionary, the thesaurus. There's an Apple dictionary too. So if you want to look up iPod, it'll give you a brief history of the iPod and stuff like that. And then you can pull over Wikipedia as well, and that'll give you photos and stuff like that of the iPod, because that is full on Wikipedia. So if you want to look at an iPod Nano. That's not gonna load. So iPod Game, remember those? Those the iPod Classics, 80 gigs. Remember when they made the 120 gig? Yes, those were the good old iPod days, 3 years ago. The next app in my dock is the App Store. I don't buy a lot of apps from the App Store. I mean, when I bought this MacBook Pro, I got that $100 iTunes gift card, so I did buy a few apps through there. I think I didn't know, OS X Lion came free, because I bought it 30 days before OS X Lion came out. Free apps I bought. Actually, this one down here, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But I tend to look at the free apps. What I do is I keep that there because I check the free apps on the iPad, the Mac, and the iPhone pretty much every day. It's something kind of I do before I go to bed when I'm looking for a new iPhone or an iPod game to play. Because a lot of times EA or NG Mocha will throw out this ridiculous deal where this app is only free for an hour or only free for today, and I'll download it. So I mean, it's kind of cool to have it in my dock. And I've got some updates. TweetDeck, TouchGrind, Screen Snake, Ooh, MarsEdit. I should probably update MarsEdit. We're going to talk about MarsEdit a little bit later. Really cool program. Wow, December 22nd. I'm really behind on updates. And then TweetDeck. I don't use TweetDeck. Anyway, so that's the App Store. It's made by Apple, and that's how you get all your applications, and that's how I get all my applications. The next one is iCal. I use this all the time. A lot of people use Google Cal, which I do not use. The only Google service I use is Gmail, and I actually use Google Plus too, and Search, and Maps. Jesus, I use a lot of Google services. Anyways, this is where I keep like all my appointments, as you can see here, all my classes, stuff like that. If you go like a month in advance, you can see like when I have breaks, when people are coming to visit me, when I'm being paid by Business Depot. That's fantastic. And in the previous year, like in 2011, I haven't had this set up yet, but in 2011 I had it so that when I had to pay credit card bills when they were due, and also when clients owed me money. So it was nice. Sometimes I got emails that were like, you owe money. Sometimes it was like, you're gaining money. Cool feature about the Calendars app is actually, first of all, you can categorize everything. So student council, back when I was in high school, all those appointments would be purple. Work would be green. So as you can see here, call Staples and Business Depot Pay would be green. School is orange right here. Evaluations, which are like tests and exams, are also orange. And then assignments are purple. I have assignments this month. I just too lazy to add them in. Favorite feature about calendars, though, is that you can subscribe to things. So if you want to subscribe to like the NHL season or like the NFL season, so it'll tell you like automatically update which games are when, what time, where they're at, stuff like that. That's really cool. You can download those like I think they're just like .ical feeds from the internet. I'm subscribed to Facebook birthdays, so it'll tell me whose birthday it is, and that gets synced to my phone, so I can see whose birthday it is. It's pretty cool. The next one is email, and I'm not going to open up my email because, am I going to open up my email? YouTube, really quickly. The main one has stuff for like addresses and apartments that I'm looking at next year. And so this is my YouTube email right here. This is great. This is where this is where I read all your comments, and this is where I read all the messages. So for instance, I get this email a lot. A new user has subscribed to you. I don't know why they wouldn't give me or why it doesn't give me their username, but yeah. So this one is like comment posted on new 17-inch MacBook Pro unboxing, lulz at max. This is a really good way to read all your comments without having to like monitor them in YouTube. Like I don't even touch my YouTube notifications. I do everything through here. So if I get a new video response here, this colorful lighting, I'll actually go into my YouTube account and accept it because I saw it here, not because I saw it on my YouTube account. So yeah, this is mail. Quite easy to maneuver. I used Outlook for the longest time. And I was a huge fan of Microsoft Outlook, but then somebody showed me how easy the mail app was. Ever since I went to Lion, I was Outlook, but then someone showed me how like nice the mail app was, and I was like, God, that's nice. So I switched over, and I have my Gmail account, which is dimcoproductions@gmail.com. My Ryerson account, which is why you don't need to know that. My main email is luke@lukedemarco.com, and then I have my YouTube email, which gets all my YouTube stuff sent to it. So that's mail. It's pretty funky stuff. And then we've got old Google Chrome, which is my primary browser. This is what I use to do like YouTube, Facebook. Like these are all my bookmarks: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, eBay, Wikipedia, Reddit. I love Reddit. eBay or EasyWeb, BMO, My Ryerson, Netflix, my website, which is lukedemarco.com. Shameless plug. Ice Films, which @Hamzia on Twitter showed me. I'll throw his link down in the description. And then Quibids, which I just recently got into. I didn't get into it. I'm watching it before I sign up. I want to see what the big hype is, and I've been watching some auctions on it. So yeah, Chrome is great. I love the fact that you can have like Angry Birds, you can have like apps and stuff like that, and you can run them in browser and offline as well. And one of my favorite features about Chrome is this extension here. So if I pull up my website here, this is my website, lukedemarco.com. I can open up this Firebug extension, which will open up down here, and I can inspect any element. So I pull up the HTML, I can inspect any element on my website and change it in real time to the server. So it's really cool and a really great way to edit your website or any website, or sorry, it has to be your website. You have to have administration privileges, but it's really cool, really quick, really easy, and it kind of gives you like that Dreamweaver kind of thing where it's like design and code, which I will show you in a minute when I open up Dreamweaver. But yeah, that's Google Chrome. Firefox is my backup browser, so if Google Chrome ever crashes, which there was a short span around Christmas, and that's why Firefox is kind of in my dock now, where Google Chrome was crashing a lot, but then they patched it. It crashed a lot when I was trying to upload YouTube videos, but and so I was uploading with Firefox for the longest time, but they seem to have fixed it now, so I'm back to Google Chrome, and I haven't opened up Firefox in a while, so you know, we can probably throw that out of there. Twitter is where I monitor all my tweets. It's a fantastic application. I used to use TweetDeck, and because it was kind of like everything in one. Like you could do like Facebook pages, Twitter, but I kind of just like the simplistic, minimal design of this. Like you've got your tweets, your @replies, your direct messages, your lists. It's kind of fun, and then you can have multiple Twitter accounts too. And then all you have to do is like there's different shortcuts. So like Command N opens up a new tweet, and I'm pretty sure there's one to send it to. But really cool. I'm not going to close that. I like to keep it open. Microsoft Word is, it's a word processor. If it's open right now, let's see here, Word document. We'll open that up. It's where I type like essays. It's where I type stuff for school. It's just your one-stop shop. A lot of people use Pages for the Mac. I hate Pages and Keynote. I don't hate it. I'm just not a huge fan of iWork. I think Microsoft Word is just way better. It's the platform standard. Everybody around the world uses it. So why would I not use it? Microsoft Word. That's a really bad example. If everybody around the world jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff? So yeah. Anyway, I like Microsoft Word. Excel I use. I'm not going to open up Excel because it's closed and it takes a lot to dead open. Excel I use to monitor YouTube traffic, subscribers, and then my AdSense revenue. I use it to manage all of that, and at the end of the year I can look at the documents because I download. If you're a YouTube partner, you know that you have analytics now, and you can download like CSV reports of like how many views you got in like 30 days or like a year, or how many views this video got in like 22 days. It's kind of cool. I love the new YouTube analytics. So that's Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word. They're the only two Office applications I have in my dock. The next app I mentioned before is MarsEdit, and this is a really, really cool app. I actually bought this when it was on sale in the Mac App Store. When the Mac App Store was in it was September, so I don't know if the Mac App Store was new. I don't think it was. But this is a great application. It was $19.99, and you can manage all of your blogs right from this application without having to log on to Tumblr, WordPress. What other blogging platforms? I think they do Blogger, stuff like that. Like, just blogging platforms. It's fantastic. So I got my Tumblr here. I never update my Tumblr, not whatsoever. There's 2 posts. I have no idea why I have a Tumblr. And then this is my main website. So these are all the posts on my main website. I can pull them up here. I can edit them. So in real time, I can edit them. I can save them. I can delete them. And my favorite feature of all time is the pages. So I can edit any of my pages. As new questions come in, I can add more questions to my frequently asked questions page. And it allows me to do this without logging on to WordPress and their admin dashboard, which I hate because I think WordPress is the most sluggish user interface ever, but it works well when you're the user consuming the content, not when you're the user updating it. I'm just too cheap to upgrade to Squarespace. So that's MarsEdit. The next one, I think it's not $19.99 in the App Store anymore. It's $39.99 now. The next one is Celtics. This is what I use for those of you guys who do not know. I'm actually at school for radio, television, and media production. And this is what I use to write scripts. So it's a really fun little application. Let me just show you here. So you've got a scene heading. Say the scene is outdoors in a car. Okay? Action. Car tumbling down hill. Hill. If I can spell hill right. Okay? Double click. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, sorry. Tab in. Character. Character's name is Luke. He says, "Ah, I'm falling." Next character is Jack. Ah, he's falling. Anyways, and then you can I don't know. It's just really easy, really quick, really fun way to do scripts, and it looks really professional. And it's free, so that's fantastic. That's what I use Celtics for. I use it to write scripts for my program. iTunes is where I got all my tunes. How many songs do I got here? 2,789 songs, so 16 gigs, which, if you think about it nowadays, isn't a lot at all. A lot of people have way more than that. My playlists are Avicii, actually Iron Maiden, Live at Stockholm, Avicii, Deadmau5, Entourage, my Entourage episodes, Frostwire, which is where I use Frostwire. It's not shareware anymore, it's actually torrents, so Frostwire. Internet Songs is the school radio station. Plays through Internet Songs. Iron Maiden playlist. Any Maiden fans out there? Huge Maiden fan. Anyways, this is my iTunes. I used to hate iTunes. I thought it was the most vile program ever. That was when it was still a disc with a green music. Oh my goodness, my music teacher's gonna kill me. I know it's a music note, but there's a T-bar, a T-note, a TT. I know, it's one of those. Miss Conway's gonna kill me. Anyways, I actually know how to play the piano, as awful as that is. Next one is Photoshop. I'm not gonna open Photoshop and Dreamweaver, but a lot of you guys already know what Photoshop is. Essentially, you can manipulate different images, you can create graphics and stuff like that. I'll show you a graphic that I actually created in that. Let's open up YouTube here. My channel banner is actually done in Photoshop. So this DiMarco Productions here with the Twitter, Facebook website, all the photos. The DiMarco logo has a nice stroke outline. It's actually a couple stroke outlines overlapped on top of each other. So yeah, I made that in Photoshop. I also made the banner for my website in Photoshop. This was just like, I'm very basic at Photoshop. I'm by no means like an expert. So DiMarco.com, and then these were also done. So the Theories banner, the HTC sponsor banners, also done in Photoshop. And if you ever see graphics on my videos, like I'm gonna start adding DiMarco.com watermarks in some of my videos. That's what those are. They're created in Photoshop. Dreamweaver I use to do image map coding for YouTube. So like that banner at the top, if you click different places, it'll take you different things. Dreamweaver I use to image map that. I also use Dreamweaver because I like to play around in HTML. HTML, I like to play around in CSS. A lot of the stuff on my website, LukeDiMarco.com, is HTML WordPress with a CSS layout. So I like to play around with that, tweak it from time to time. And essentially I just want to get it faster, better, and easier for you guys to view content. I'm actually working on I'm creating a WordPress layout completely from scratch. And it is hard. Like you have to have a lot of patience, and I don't have patience at all. The next one is the calculator app. Really awesome app. Like if you just want to divide, and I have one of these keyboards. So I have a number pad. So like say I need to divide 2375 divided by 3, 791, you know, times 3. And like I'm not even touching the mouse at all. Like plus 78. You know, it's really easy to use the numpad, and I always use this when I'm doing calculations, like for views, for money, for earnings. I've been using it a lot lately because I'm looking for an apartment to live in next year, and I'm dividing rent by how many people are going to be living in the apartment. So that's the calendar. iMovie, I'm going to open. Final Cut, I'm not. A lot of YouTubers nowadays who do what I do are telling people they're using Final Cut. I don't know why. Final Cut it's good. Like you can have Final Cut, but iMovie does everything you need to be a YouTube reviewer. This is a video you actually have not seen yet. I imported the other day. I did the Final Cut scene for like a couple videos, but I was like, you know what? Everything I'm doing in Final Cut can be done easier, and it's way funner in iMovie because it's just so much simple. I actually see this is the lighting kit I bought. Let me show you guys. See, those are the lights. They're large. Oh, those are my boxers. Large lights. And this is the HTC Radar review. I think I wanted to show you. I showed you guys this in the last video, but check this out, okay? That's color corrected video. So the lighting in my room is awful. I set the aperture on the camera too much. So that's really white, pale Luke. Looks like awful, right? Like the lighting is just awful. Color correct, and a nice little vignette, a little bit of a warmer sensation. So that's iMovie. I got all my projects over there. Final Cut, I don't really use it. To be quite honest with you, that can probably go. So, I mean, I use iMovie all the time for everything. Aperture, I'm not going to open Aperture. There's a lot of applications I'm not going to open because they're just going to take a lot of time. Aperture I use to organize photos. Any jobs that I do, so like jobs for websites, because I used to do web design, so for clients and stuff like that, I organize everything in Aperture. This last summer, I went flying with a friend of mine. The entire album is organized in Aperture. All the photos that I take, everything's organized in Aperture. The HTC Radar review, photos, organized, Aperture. Stuff like that. That's good. I feel like I'm not opening so many of these. I'm not opening the next 3 applications. So Skype, I use to Skype with, or to call people because I'm at university. I call my friends, see how they're doing. I call my girlfriend back home, see how she's doing. How she's doing. I use Skype. What else do I use? I don't really use Skype for that. I'm not going to open it because I opened it last time, and that's when the audio cut out. And it took away from the AT2020 audio, which is this guy right here. Sorry for the disturbance in the audio there. Won't touch that mic anymore. And it actually just cut out, and it sounded like shit, so I didn't use it. So that's Skype. You guys all know what Skype is. If you want to add me on Skype, my Skype name is Luke DiMarco. Yeah, it's good stuff. The next one is FaceTime. I'm not going to open FaceTime because a lot of people that I know's phone numbers are in there, and I don't want to edit them out. But essentially, FaceTime is so that I can chat with other iPhones, other iPads, and other Macs in general. And I think, personally, I think that FaceTime is a much better service. I think it's much clearer video. I think it's much clearer audio than Skype, and it's free. So I prefer FaceTime. I mean, it's fantastic. FrostWire, you guys know what FrostWire is. It's that's how I download music. You know, it used to be a shareware service, but now it runs on torrents because I think FrostWire and LimeWire went through a huge lawsuit. I didn't really follow it. But that's how I get my music now. uTorrent is how I download TVs and movie shows, and a lot of you guys are thinking now, Luke, that's illegal. Let me tell you what I do, and then you can tell me if it's illegal or not. I bought the first season, so this is a scenario, this is a real scenario. I don't have it here because I left it at home, but I bought the first season of Lost, okay? The show Lost, with Jack Shepherd, Kate, John Locke, all those people, Hurley. I bought the first season of Lost, absolutely loved it. Before I went out and bought all the other seasons of Lost, I watched Lost through uTorrent, okay? So I downloaded seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final season, which is 6. Watched them all, okay? Now you're thinking, Luke, that's piracy. That's torrenting. Well, it is torrenting, it is piracy, but I now own the complete Blu-ray collection of Lost, which, by the Amazon price tag, I can tell you is not torrenting. It's not piracy. If I like something and I want to keep if I like something, I'm gonna buy it. I'm not just gonna keep a file on my computer. I want to buy it. Like, I could have easily downloaded the Star Wars complete series because those are old movies, but I bought the Blu-ray trilogy. I could have easily downloaded all of the Mission Impossible movies, but I bought the Blu-ray trilogy. Rambo I have up there, Blu-ray. Casino Royale Blu-ray. Planet of the Apes Blu-ray. Cowboys and Aliens Blu-ray. Limitless Blu-ray. I have all these movies, right? So if I like them, I'll buy them. And same thing with programs. I think I was watching Dignation, a podcast a while ago, and this is my little rant on torrenting. I was watching Dignation, and his reasoning for torrenting was if you're like a smaller company, like whatnot, if you're so take Adobe Photoshop, because it's probably one of the most torrented pieces of software out there. If you're a smaller company, you can't afford Photoshop, right, at first, but then you start using Photoshop, you start building up your client base, you start building up your revenue, your profit, and then eventually you can afford Photoshop, so you buy Photoshop, right? And I think that's totally a cool move. I mean, for the consumer, I mean, if I was Adobe, I'd be like, that sucks, but you know, I think that's a good way of putting it. Like, you use a product, but eventually you support the developers so that they can release more products. I'm gonna get hell and I'm gonna get hate for that. But that's my stand on torrenting and piracy. I think that if you like a product, you have to donate. You don't have to donate, but if you like a product, you should donate. I've done countless donations to free pieces of software, like what piece of software was it? QQsoft iPod to DVD converter. That was free for a while, and I think I gave a $25 donation to that because that software was amazing. That was back in like the pioneer days of the iPod, but whatever. Because we have programs like Handbrake now, which do what QQsoft did also for free, and I don't think I've downloaded to Handbrake or donated to Handbrake. I'm not gonna lie to you, which is awful. But essentially, what this is if you have DVDs, so. I've got Planet of the Apes here. Okay, it's the Blu-ray copy, but it's also the Blu-ray plus DVD copy. So you take Planet of the Apes, take the DVD, pop it in your super drive, and that converts it so that you can throw it on your iPhone, your iPad, or any other iDevice really easily. And you've actually got presets over here in the sidebar for the iPod, the iPhone 4 because it's a larger resolution display, the iPad, the Apple TV, and then just your normal. I'm assuming that's 640 by 480 or 1280 by 720. Free application, awesome, works really well. They update it all the time. Kudos to Handbrake. Really cool application. The next one is text edit. I use this all the time just to kind of like jot down notes, little reminders, stuff like that. I don't use the Stickies app. I find myself using text edit because it's a little bit more advanced than the Stickies note, and it's just as quick. Liquid CD is an application that you can quickly burn. Oh, I hope it didn't just pull in the DVD that's in my drive. Okay, so you can quickly burn, copy, do anything with a DVD or a CD. I use this a lot because a lot of my projects and my classes at school require them to be burned to disk when you hand them in. So I use this to quickly burn like a data DVD with the movie file or the audio file on it and hand it in. Liquid CD is a piece of freeware. It'll probably be in Luke's Top 10 Free Mac Applications version 3. It was actually already in version 2, so no, it will not be in version 3. Phone View I'm not going to open because there's a lot of personal data in that, but essentially Phone View, what that is I use it every day because I can take my iPhone when I'm in class, and some teachers are Nazis with phones. I can take my phone, that was probably a really bad joke, but I can take my phone, plug it in, like that. I'm not going to plug it in right now because iTunes will open. And essentially what Phone View does is it takes all my messages, everything, my call log, and puts it into organizable lists so I can see it all. So if someone texts me during class, I can feel it vibrate in my pocket, but I don't have to pull my phone out. I can see it on Phone View. If it's something that I need to reply to, I'm going to have to take my phone out. But if it's not, then just keep it in my pocket. I can view the message, whatever. If someone calls you, you can see who's calling you without taking your phone out of your pocket. And the biggest reason that I bought this, it was actually $19.99, was because I wanted to export a conversation I had over text message to PDF. So that's why I bought it. And it works really well. I use it all the time. I thought it would be like, whatever, this is going to be a waste of $20, but I have to do it. I actually use it all the time, so it's top notch. VLC I use to watch the TV shows and movies that I get on the disk drive of this wonderful machine, this Macintosh. A lot of them come in AVI format. They come off like Mega Upload and stuff from Ice Films, if you guys are familiar with that website. So yeah, I use the VLC, but Mega Upload was seized the other day, and they're using Rapid Share now. System preferences. The applications folder and then the My Downloads folder is also there. My trash is there. On my desktop, how long is this video? This video is 27 minutes. What are you going to do? On my desktop, we've got my hard drive here. So how much data do I have free? Oh my goodness, only 118 gigs. Wow, I have to clean up this hard drive. I have a lot. If you go to Luke DiMarco here, and then Luke DiMarco, and then movies, these iMovie events, I guarantee this folder is like 30 gigs. 184 gigs that folder is. Wow. Oh my goodness. Like how big is this movies folder? Get info. Oh, this is gonna be a gut buster right here. That was 184 gigs, just that folder. If I clear out everything, so if I move all my folders to my backup, or my movies to my backup, my iMovie events, my projects, 'cause I keep them all backed up on an external hard drive that's over there, I can free up 200 gigs of space, probably more than that, because oh my goodness, so that's incredible. I don't know how big that is, but I don't have time to wait. What do I have on my desktop here? I have a folder called Apartments, which is photos of apartments that I want to buy next year, and also creepily floor plans, but these were posted on the internet, so it's just not that creepy anymore. But yeah, these are floor plans. And this is really cool. If you guys are following me on Twitter, I was actually asked to create a course. The course code is MTKG117. A course about YouTube and video marketing. So I'm creating a course right now. I've been reading ebooks. I've been reading everybody's like YouTube tips ebooks. Like I read David DeFranco's. I read Chris Pirillo's. I've read a lot of I've watched a lot of like MKBHD videos, Techno Buffalo videos, giving like YouTube tips and how to grow yourself. And I've kind of been getting ideas from those videos and those books and like molding them into a course outline that I will eventually probably post on the internet, or make my own little book. You never know. But I mean, probably not, because I'm very, very lazy. And I'm going to make this course. I'm going to teach this course. It's at a college, and I'll be teaching college students how to make money, make videos, and have fun on the internet. So it's really great. And that's about it. I have Dropbox up here, but I mean, realistically, I never use it. This is just a Twitter. I can compose a new tweet, but I can just do Command N anyways, and that'll compose a new tweet. I think that pretty much wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. That's been a tour of my dock. This background here, because I know I'm going to get a lot of it, is from interfacelift.com. That's a photo of an air transit flight beside a storm cloud. Very, very, very cool stuff. Anyways, this has been Luke from DiMarco.com. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Remember when you used to be able to rate things, 5-star ratings? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any top 10 free applications or any cool applications that you guys want to share with other people in the comments down below or with me so that I can throw them in the top 10 free Mac applications video, go for it. Throw them down in the comments and I will check those out for sure. Until next time, if you like this video, just go ahead and click the like button. If you really like this video, just go ahead and click the subscribe button. And I'm really tired. I'm going to upload this. I'm going to stop this video and then I'm going to upload this video and you're going to watch this video. Have a great day, guys.